welcome back to another episode of Tea Time Tuesday. Now, I did a poll on Twitter today and asked you guys what do you think I should talk about. And one of you, I believe it was Deshaun, shout out to at How's Your Deshaun because he's loyal. Check out his channel. Anyway, he said I should talk about myself, something you guys want to know about, and I asked him what you want to know. And we joked around, but let's get serious for a second. Today, I am going to talk about what I call my gay tendencies. And I know that sounds a little offensive, but hear me out for a second. Okay. The topic of today is my sexuality. Now, I am demibisexual, and surprisingly, a lot of people don't really know what that is. If you want to look it up, you can, but I'll give you a brief of what it is. Basically, it means yes, I am attracted to two genders, male and female, but in order to become sexually attracted to that person, I have to have some kind of emotional connection. And I know that sounds like it should be normal and canon, but think about it. How many people, bisexual or not, can just be sexually attracted to a person and not have any feelings for them at all? Think about it. I don't work that way. I can like you, but I won't have that attraction to you in that way unless I like know you. You know what I mean? But let's get into how my sexuality is for other people. Now my friends, they didn't really understand it that well. Like they're accepting, they're supporters of the community, thank God, otherwise I probably wouldn't fuck with them. But anyway, um, they just thought that demi-bisexual was some made-up thing or that it was complicated or something, which sounds similar to what some of my family has said, but we're not going to get into that yet. But when I explained to them, they were like, okay, that makes sense. I get it. But some people think that bisexuals are a myth or something, and I don't know why. And another thing that frustrates me is like, with bisexuals, people are like, oh, if you are bisexual and you date someone of the opposite sex, does that count as you being bisexual? Yes, it does. You are still valid. Whether you date the opposite or the same sex, you still like both. And it's okay to prefer one gender over the other. So all you heteros out there that think that way, I need you to relax. I need you to calm down because you need to mind your heterosexual business. But anyway, moving on to what my family views of my sexuality. Now, I grew up in a house of Jehovah's Witnesses. They're one of the most strict types of Christians out there. And not only are my family Jehovah's Witnesses, but I live with my grandparents and they're Southern and they're old school. So not only are they religious, but they're strict too. So they don't know about my sexuality. They don't know that I've even ever dated a person. As far as they're concerned, I am their innocent granddaughter that's going to college and trying to get a job, you know. But my mother and my aunt know of my sexuality. My aunt doesn't know what the hell demibisexual is, and when I explained it to her, she was like, "But that doesn't make sense. Aren't you supposed to have feelings for a person?" And when I told her, I was like, "Think about the people that don't have emotional connections when they have sex with people." She was like, "Oh." My mother thinks it's a phase, even though I told her when I was about what, 15, 16 years old, that I liked both genders and that I was demi-bisexual. She still thinks it's a phase. But whatever. My family, they like to throw the Bible at you. And I try to avoid talking about any of the topics that are going on in the world when it comes to like religion and gender and just all of that because they get angry like that and they want to throw the Bible in your face. And I respect people's religious beliefs. I do because I used to study. I used to actively be a Jehovah's Witness, but I stopped when I was about 16, around the time I discovered that I was demisexual. Because I felt that being in that religion and having to go by what my family says all the time, I felt trapped, like I was hiding a part of myself. And to an extent, I still do feel that way because only my friends know, and my mom knows but she doesn't fully accept it, and she still has moments where she says homophobic things, or she has her moments where she acts like a Turk and stuff like that. And I don't know if she does it on purpose or not, because my mother can be petty and spiteful. I don't know why she's the way she is, but she is. But I just feel like I'm hiding a part of myself, you know? Like, yeah, it's nice that my friends know and that they accept me, even though I did have one friend that was battling with that, and it turns out he himself is also bisexual, and I helped him get through that process, and he's learning to accept himself as well because he comes from a Christian family too. But it's nice, yeah, to have your friends know, but it kind of sucks when your family doesn't really know who you are. You know what I mean? Like, they know me, but they don't know me. Like, I always say that everyone has three lives. You have the life that your family knows about, the life that your friends know about, and you have the life that nobody knows about. But it's like, most of my life, all of my friends know about. I only have like a little handful of friends because I'm an introverted person and I only have those few people close to me. But my family doesn't know, and I'm around my family all the time, and it kind of sucks that I can't just be myself, you know? So, the moral of this video, with talking about sexuality and sex and gender and all that, is it's okay to be yourself. It's gonna be hard to do it around your family, especially if you have like a religious family or a family that doesn't believe that sex and gender are not the same thing, stuff like that. But don't lie to yourself. At least you accept yourself. If nobody else accepts yourself, you have to do it. Because at the end of the day, all you have is yourself. You come into the world by yourself, you leave the world by yourself. So just don't lie to yourself, accept yourself, become one with yourself, be at peace, and everything else will fall into place. But enough of me rambling. That was the tea time for this week. Sorry to get into the heavy stuff, but I mean, hey, someone has to talk about it. Anyway, if you're comfortable with it, let me know what you think about sex and gender in the comment section below. If you're demibisexual too, hello, hi, say hello, drop a comment. But anyway, that's all for this week's Tea Time Tuesday. I will be uploading another one in another 2 weeks. If you want me to talk about something or you want me to elaborate on the subject I've already talked about, let me know. Drop a comment or at me on Twitter or something. But anyway, alright. Thanks for watching, y'all, and I will see you on the next tea time.